Okay, everybody. Okay, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Retrogradewear Gaming. I'm your host, Dianu Nakaruzu Fortissimo, aka the Omega Jack. So it's Summer Games Fest. We just had a state of play, and the Nintendo Switch 2 has hit the market. I have been gone for quite some time. I swore I was coming back, but life got the best of me, like it gets best of everyone, and it's becoming more apparent than ever with my research and just seeing that, like, what people are doing of just talking about life and gaming and pop culture and just putting video game footage to everything. So I think I've gotten down to a point where I know what I want to do and what I want to talk about. And since it's basically video game Christmas, and this is me 2 days after the state of play, but I think this is day 2 of Nintendo Switch being out in the wild. So there's plenty to talk about. Lots of videos coming your way, obviously, because of how much is going on. So I think we should get started by talking about the state of play, because people probably think that I'm a Sony hater, that I'm a Nintendo drone, or I'm an Xbot supporter, and I just want Sony to lose. But the point that I want Sony to lose on, that people often forget, is that I was actually a Sony kid from back in the day. Like, I only owned a PlayStation, 3-4 years away from its launch, and it had a stellar library, and it offered a lot that Nintendo wasn't allowing or offering for anyone else at the time, and that's not cool. There's no reason for them to have done that, and all the success that I want for them now is only because Sony has the pendulum. It swings both ways, right? Things ring one direction for a long time. The market and everybody else responds to it, and then it swings back, and then then you have to allow for time for that, and then it swings back. Just ping pongs back and forth. So Sega is gone. There are rumors of them returning from the ashes in some way or form, because they're still here making games, but they're not making systems. Xbox fills that vacuum, although how they do that for, I guess, Western gamers is anyone's guess, because I'm different as being somebody who lives in the Western part of the world. I don't necessarily play Western games more than I play Eastern games or Japanese games, Asian games, whatever you want to call it, like JRPGs, Chinese action games. Like, I just find that the way that they play and develop games, the way they think and how they see fun is the way that I see fun, and we usually align on that. So because of this, I've been negative for just in case, like, I never actually released these. I did a whole bunch of video recordings when I was working, of like stuff that I was thinking about everything that's happened in the past couple of weeks in terms of gaming. And I realized, like, I don't want to set a bias, but I am not going to sit here and let people tell me that I'm a news outlet as opposed to just an opinion piece. So you don't have to prescribe to what I do or think or say. And I would totally be super happy and cool with you thinking for yourself. I respect people who can argue their point with gusto or anger. Not that I care about how you do so. Just stand on something. Because the thing that I hate most about humanity is not just our evil. It's just boredom. Like, the real apathy of the human soul is just boredom. If you could admit to me that you're just bored, or you're just being bored, like when you're a troll, you're trolling online, you're like, I get it. Like, life can be monotonous, mundane. You want to spice it up by being a jerk or whatever. Sure, okay, I get that. I can get wanting to, like, that's what Joker's creation is. Like, you're one bad day away from just cracking and become a Joker. It's not good. It's not right. I implore you, person, to drink water, make your bed, go for a walk, and talk to one other person and just smile and say hi. It's like, if you give out optimistic energy, you will receive it back in some way, sooner or later. So you don't have to be that. But I understand the duality of humanity, that to allow that for people is what they need to even want to be good. To have the objective untruth, you need for the objective truth to be true. Untruth must be true, so that you can so that you be better, rise above that. But everyone is human. So I'm sorry that if everyone thought that, like, I hate you for purchasing, supporting, and playing PlayStation. I don't care about any of these companies. What I care about is how they treat their workers, their development teams, and their products. And I want them to continue. We have to, as people, say something. Otherwise, nothing changes. Nobody has collective, like, consensus about what people want. And if you don't have a comment section, if you don't create something that gives you a voice, you're always going to be doomed by living by other people's methods and means, because you never said anything. So this is my speak about. So the first game that happened in the 2025 June state of play is Lumines, and the music is fantastic. Lumines is an old classic PSP Sony IP that is adjacent to this other series called Every Extend Extra. It's a rhythm puzzle game. It's similar to a lot of the Pixel Joint games series, like Pixel Joint and how they led into the team for the Journey series, and now even Sword of the Sea. I love it, and Abzu, stuff like that. So people like this is the cool thing. Okay, up top, before I get too deep, is that I've seen some people say that this was a boring. If you don't like Japanese games, if you don't think or have ever vibes with this part of PlayStation, unfortunately, I'm going to say is that you don't understand it now or ever. But that era of Killzone, what was that other one that came out? Black, those shooters and Western kinds of games, everything's brown and like the COD games and like all of that. But I can't think of like an action game that's like Western that was highly I guess Dishonored, and I guess to a lesser extent Assassin's Creed. These kinds of games are not the games that people assume or expect out of a PlayStation title, because like by that metric, to say that you're similar of people who used to like the overabundant amount of Japanese games on PlayStation 1 and 2, you would say that so what you're saying, because we don't have a new Kane or a new Legacy of Kane, Shadow Reaver, we're not real PlayStation fans, or we're tourists, where this has always been a Japanese company. It hasn't been like whatever his name, Ryan just left, right? It's like, yeah, but that's the thing, the decline. In fact, somebody actually, even I forgot his name, I'll probably link him in the description because I really want to upload this video today. So but he's an unk, and he's a nice unk, and I was listening to him and he was talking. It felt weird because he doesn't seem like this kind of person, because like someone who speaks this well about Expedition 33 Obscura, like I didn't think he did say he was a casual gamer, but I didn't think it was like that casual to where his business idea of like what Sony has done was the correct thing to do, because that's what he's saying. It seemed like he was saying that, but I think it's more of like, I like him in the sense that I think he leaned into just like the non-bias. It's like, because he felt that this him and others have felt that this state of play was really boring because it didn't have North American heavy games, like and I'm surprised that there's even this conversation of what games that should have appeared as opposed to first part. Like apparently Sony is like Nintendo in that if you have a state of play and a lot of people say it's good, but a God of War doesn't show up, it schisms and skews the user base. And the reason what Unk was saying was that it doesn't matter that used to be, or that's what people expect, or that people enjoy the state of play. What people to make it a success is what we understand it in reality is that God of War has to show up, some big IP from Sony that everyone, not just the Japanese lovers, like show up to show off. Like it can't just be that anymore. It can't. They already conditioned the user base to respond to just bombastic Western stuff, like the fact that Concord failed, the fact that Marathon is having issues, problems, copyright issues. Like it doesn't matter. He's saying like, even if like, it's crazy that he's complaining about Concord and Marathon and I forgot what the other third, Babylon's Fall. These are Western games. I don't get it. How can these things be things that people want? It's like, but he would say like, well, Helldivers has a normal campaign. It's like, yeah, but like, you know what they're trying to do. It doesn't matter that you think you can outthink it. It doesn't matter. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get you to swallow, what is that other game series? There's another game series that people, that it's, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Like you think like Unk is saying the Sony upper top people are gonna care about making a Killzone 3 or a Titanfall 3, and they don't. You know they don't. They've canceled these things. These are things they canceled. They were working on things that were going to be streamlined to become battle royales or like ongoing purchasing game systems, and they didn't do it. Like the money was there. They sank money into the dev cost, and you're going to say that if I don't see a God of War or Babylon's Fall or some kind of Westernly influenced game, all these cool Japanese games that I'm about to go over means nothing. See, this is why people like us who think about the Japanese market and games and that story and you know, like mechanics, and like this is why we get at casuals, because you guys think you can demand it both ways, but you don't care care either way. That's what it sounds like from our perspective. You don't care either way because you just need to be catered to. You just need to be catered to. You don't care either way about the game being good. Like, how can you claim that you like Clair Obscura, but you need to see something that reminds you that that PlayStation is Westernly like developed, or that the conditionedness like this? Because from our perspective, from the Asian perspective of like where PlayStation started, we're thinking they're getting back to roots, because no matter what you say, Astrobot is not Ico. Like Ico in Astrobot is not Ico 4. You know what I'm saying? Like this, like, oh, you guys remember Legend of Dragoon? That's not that. I don't give a shit that you remember Legend of Dragoon. I need you to remake Legend of Dragoon for the kids now. Like, this is all of these there's a lot of remakes in here. There's a lot in here that reaches into the past that, like, I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that after 3 huge billion, like $500 million flops. Are you crazy? You're the one who's making the comment that PlayStation's in trouble. From my perspective, this is exactly what needed to happen for them to figure they were a Japanese company and they're losing in Japan. Relying on the West will not save them. That's what geopolitics is telling them right now. Gotta bunker down at home. That's what that is. I don't know what you guys are talking about this. If y'all don't be like, that's why people are gonna come at you that way. That's why. Anyway, so Lumines, classic Japanese-esque kind of esoteric avant-garde idea of, puzzles, how to make Tetris more interesting. Let's make more lo-fi, technic, J-poppy, rap kind of melodic rhapsody music, and like just make a bunch of that. It's kind of like Rhythm Heaven. It's like another kind. It's Sony's idea of Nintendo's Rhythm Heaven, and instead of different kinds of mini games, it's the same mini game of like a puzzle. So like, I love it. I'm glad we're going back to that. Super happy we're going back to that. Now, Pragmata. Oh my gosh, I have been so anticipant of this game, guy. You have no idea. I thought Pragmata was the sequel to Death Stranding. I thought it was Death Stranding 2. I thought it was something I thought it was the suit that the main character wears. I thought that was a modified version of the mascot for Kojima Productions. I forgot his name, Prometheus. The cyberpunk astronaut who makes his mark on the moon. Like, I thought that was him. I was like, it takes place, and the game's story takes place on the moon apparently. And we have instead of our normal mascot character being a cute, like, fairy dragon navigator white who also gives us like some sort of power, it's a little girl. So it's like, what, like, go from babies that help you, like, guide you through a world that's decaying around you. Then we go to the moon where we have a little girl who seems to have like cybernetic enhancement as well as magical powers, understands that she's some sort of experiment because she registers herself as a serial number as opposed to a person. So the guy, the soldier who doesn't understand anything about her, understands that one thing, she needs to have a name. And I love that good narrative direction. I love his suit. It looks like this, and like the first trailer is him fighting a bunch of stuff, trying to tell, because she's in a daze writing something, and like she's like not remembering something. It looks like it's a bunch of different things at the same time. It looks like 1 part Vanquish, 2 parts Halo, 3 parts Doom, 4 parts Titanfall. Like, it looks sick. Like, it looks really interesting. Oh, and it looks like Death Stranding, of course, like with way more moves, because she gets on your back. She gets on your back and she can do hacking stuff. Like, it's a cyberpunk on the moon. It's a sick idea, man. Like, Pragmata. I can't wait to find out what that game's about. Okay, here we go. Here's a big one. Suda51 returns with a little game called Romeo is a Dead Man. So it's I didn't know it was Suda51 until The Rock. I was like, when things got to the Rock part, I'm like, oh, this is Suda51 game. I'm like, zombie ate part of your body. You're already half dead. Well, guess you're a dead man, Romeo. The main character used to be a cop, so justice inclined. That's cool. I don't know. People were saying like, people were saying on Twitter, hey, how come no one is super excited about the Suda51 game? It's almost as if nobody cares about Suda51 as a developer unless he's on Nintendo. And it's like, yeah, so why would we care? Why would you as a PlayStation player care about anything Suda51 makes, as though anything Suda51 makes wasn't something that you already didn't get? Like, you get Devil May Cry, you get Bayonetta. Why do you need a Suda, like, okay, No More Heroes 1 and 2 is on PlayStation 3, 4, or 5, I guess? So like, what does that, like, does he like, you guys didn't it's not like you guys went out of your way to go buy Killer's Dead. Is that a huge game sale on Sony? Like, I don't know. Like, what was that about? I don't get that. That was weird. But yeah, like Romeo is a dead man. Doesn't look bad. Same doesn't give me the same edge as No More Heroes, but Suda51 can't lose. Shout outs to Contact. Okay, Silent Hill F. This looks fantastic. I think a lot of the work that From Software has been making from the games in the past like 10, 15 years, I guess, a lot of that has gone into helping redefine what Silent Hill should look like and how we can get back to Silent Hill 1 tactics, because there's a really good fog effect in this. It seems that they've really understood how to create good atmosphere in this game. Like, it seems like it's really good. And like the protagonist, she's described as like your every girl too. Like, she seems like just like a female equivalent of a guy protagonist. Like, she has apparently good family. She's seen as the smartest girl in school, prettiest girl in school. Everyone thinks she's going to be great. She's going to have great. But then like all this nonsense, like Silent Hill starts coming into her Japanese town or some sort, where the underworld seems to be wreaking havoc and playing with the feelings and emotions and fears of the people around her. She seems to be psychologically breaking down. And I guess this is the stress of what being a golden child can do to you. You get drawn into a deep well of darkness that if you only have the energy to survive your own nightmare, your own insecurities, your own feelings, can you overcome? But the whole point of Silent Hill is that once you're already there, it's already too late. There's very little room out. So, but yeah, atmospheric as heck. Don't see it like not going to. Don't see this. I don't play Silent Hills. I don't like horror games, but this game looks cool enough that I might actually come out of my way to just be like, oh, maybe I'll just play it and play it during an October stream or something. You know, might destroy my mind, but I mean, like, there are things that I went into that weren't really horror that like destroyed my mind in good ways too, like Soma from the people who made Amnesia, the Deep Abyss or Deep Darkness. Yeah, a good cyberpunk horror game in that. So yeah, like I like it. This is like people were saying when I was going over Twitter the other day or something, when I was trying to get the time to like watch the video, because I already watched it. Everyone's like, yo, so are video games like good again or something? And it's like, when I got to this video, and this is only at like the 12-minute mark of the video, and it's a full hour, the state of play, and I was like, okay, I get it. I get that. So if this is where the first like 3 games are at the floor, like if we're at Lumines, Proximata, and Silent Hill F, and those are already 3 huge, like, oh, that's sick. Those are buyable. Those are day one. Capcom, gee, Sony, okay. Konami, all right. You guys are really bringing it today. Like, yeah, I can already see games being like sick again. And then we move on to Bloodstained, the Scarlet Engagement. Literally, Igashi Sensei has once again surpassed himself. Every single time this guy says, all right, I'm gonna make the ultimate Castlevania. Then he does it. And then he's like, that wasn't the ultimate Castlevania. This one's the ultimate Castlevania. And he just keeps making banger, 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 banger. And they said, all right, we're not gonna let you make any more Castlevanias. Oh yeah? Well, I'm quitting. Okay, fine. See ya. And then this man just went in to create his boy Keiji Inafune. Now they're both just making ish at this studio. And now we're on, and Bloodstained almost was a failure, but guess what? It's actually fantastic and a wonderful game. And now we're making a sequel, and now it's Order of Excelsia, Circle of the Moon, and Symphony of the Night, all at the same, and Lords of Shadow, all at the same time. Again, atmospheric as heck, dark, deep gothic. Like, can you be mad? How can you be mad? He's not even asking you for any money this time up front. This time he's saying like, yeah, we'll just release this one. It's like, really? You mean after those 2 other, like, we'll just release these 1 side stories for Bloodstained with Fugetsu? What's her name? Yeah, those addendum stories, those light novel Castlevania-esque Anime Creates games. Yeah. It's like, yeah, we will. Did you buy them? Yes. Did you want this one? Yeah. Okay then. All right. Here's some cool news. Digimon Story Time Stranger. Ooh. we got a Digimon who looks like a human, and now we are actually going the full length with Digimon, where we're now introducing like different components of Digimon Legacy into it. Like now we've got a Digimon kid who's clearly a Digimon who's partnered with your damsel in distress. You are a girl or boy time detective who comes from the future, who has their own, who's a Digimon tamer, and you're like, I guess, a future cyber sleuth who slipped through time to like figure out this disturbance between the digital world and what's going on. And this child seems to be at the center of it all, some sort of mystical digi egg that like either governs or controls the mother server or something. I mean, we've played a bunch of Digimon worlds at this point that tell us that the core of the Digimon world is either a Digimon egg or like a Digimon embryonic virus. So and like that is like where all the power comes from, and like it keeps all the other celestial Digimon from like in their proper places to like serve as like .exe guards, vaccination, like, you know, all that. So you're unraveling all that, and you're in this one, like Cyber Sleuth is really good. Hacker Memory is really amazing. Now to get a third game, like it's just good. They're just good games. They're 3D games. They have really, like, everybody praised like Cyber Sleuth and Hacker Memory for being way better looking and more polished and bigger looking and better looking games than even Pokemon Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, you know, like they said, like, yeah, like that, those games are actually trying to like be modern games. Like that's what people expect out of like modern games these days. So, you know, like I don't see this game not doing well, although I hate the way that my character looks in this game. Everyone else looks cool except me, and I hate that. I like it better like when in, like, at least even in Cyber Sleuth, the main character still looks relatively cool and you can change their appearance. So here's hoping that you can change your appearance in the next game too. Okay, here's the big one. Here's the huge one. Here is the, in fact, big video that like deserves its own video, could get its own video. I have no idea. I have no idea how long I'm going right now, but we need to talk about this. Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. Okay, so we've known for 2 to 3 years since the Giga Leak and being stuck inside from Penny and everything else that there was a Final Fantasy Tactics remake in the works, and they've been trying to figure out how the best way to give it and get it to us. And it would seem that the voice actor of Ramza had to reclaim his role from Dissidia, because Ramza's in the modern Dissidia games as a playable character, and he voiced him, so he retains his role as Ramza. And he messaged like a few days ago before the state of play that it's like they finally gave it a go to like he can talk about the game and that we're back and that Final Fantasy Tactics is like coming back. And I thought it was going to be like something 2D HD, which it basically is. Seems like a lot of 2D HD techniques have gone into, there's like a soft billow of depth of field for the scene, for the fights now, to give them more dioramic looks, to see like to show like character distance, how far things are from everyone else, and like how people are seeing different things on the field, how it plays out. They're using Zirikiri files, the waterfalls that Delita famously defends Princess Ophelia on, as like the main classic to enhanced look, because it's a really big skirmish in that particular fight, of like showing you all the mechanics and how they've changed the UI. The new UI is fantastic. Now the entire turn orders on the left side of the screen and showing you everyone's face in order, and it also indicates which character you are as you are playing characters, so you don't even have to turn tracker checks anymore, which is a huge big time factor for anybody who's anybody in terms of the Final Fantasy Tactics community. I'm not a dominant person yet, I wouldn't say so, but I mean, I did beat the game legitimately twice before being like 12 years old, and the game is not exactly hard, but it isn't exactly easy, because it breaks a lot of people's spirits, because there's a particular point in the game with this character called Wygrath who locks you into a series of battles, and he's one of the hardest battles in the game because you can only fight him with Ramza. There's another similar battle with another knight called Gafgarion, the Dark Knight. He locks Ramza away from, like, these are like, it's really hard if you don't know what's coming. These situations can really mess you up in like one. But now there's an autosave feature, so you can save just before you enter these series of tactical encounters. Final Fantasy Tactics is a tactical Final Fantasy game from back in 1997 that features even Cloud from Final Fantasy. Sorry, from 1997. Cloud from Final Fantasy VII appears in the game as a playable character, and every time they port the game, they add more characters who would have otherwise appeared in Ivalice, like Luso from Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2, and Balthazar, who is one of the main protagonists in Final Fantasy 12, the Sky Pirate. And it's one of my, if not my favorite Final Fantasy, or one of my favorite games of all time. It's up there with Sonic the Hedgehog, Brave Fencer Musashi, Kingdom Hearts, Pokemon, Mega Man Legends. It's up there with the greats. Super happy about this happening because the mod community is probably going to have a absolute feast and field day once this game drops for not just Nintendo Switch and Sony PlayStation 5 and 4, I think, and I guess probably Xbox, but also PC. So it's going to be everywhere soon, and the modders are going to have a field day, and we're going to, like, there's so much to talk about. I can't wait to start seeing stuff so I can start, like, talking about, like, what I'm seeing and get other people excited and I haven't even seen any talk about there's a whole 2-player system where you can do these things called rendezvous, where you can fight each other, or where you can do missions together to get special items with your friends. So they control 3 characters, you control 3 characters, and then you guys go in, and then you guys take on a battle. And then, like, there's lots of items scattered about that you, like, beat with your friends, and over time you guys runs, and so like with all these little quality of life features where it's easier to check, easier to see who you're attacking, what you're attacking, whose turn is it, whose turn is next, when a charged attack, like a charging bow or a spell, when that's gonna pop, and if you can get out of the way in time, or how soon your enemy will get out of the way of your attacks in time, you can do that much quicker. It's going to be fantastic. I don't even think that videos and the screenshots are doing justice about what exactly is going to be, like, better about it. I think it's something that will have to be played and felt. But everyone is saying that they don't like the current look of the new sprites. I think they're a combination of the mobile sprites with a little bit of the old sprites themselves, the classic PlayStation 1 sprites, and then molded in Superside 2 times, and then rot sprited. These are pixel tools to give hard edges more smooth out, because without CRT TVs, the crispness of the sharp pixels gets lost, because on CRTVs there's a blend effect that makes colors blend and bleed to each other on a micro level that gives that timeless look that a lot of people get attached to when it comes to pixel art on CRTs from back in the day. That's what people are liking. So hopefully there'll be a lot of different filter effects to give people their best version. Also, the game is also now entirely voiced. Like, every big battle or story point will be entirely voiced, and it's going to be the Lion War script, which is cool. Cannot wait. Sounds fantastic. I'm about this. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so everybody's Golf Hot Shots coming September 5th, 2025. Another classic PlayStation Japanese IP that people were severely, like, angry and wondering where these games were at, because these were basically the equivalency of the Mario Golf games on PlayStation side that people enjoyed even more times than Mario Golf games, because, like, only some games were better than others. Like Toadstool Tour was okay, but everybody really likes everybody's Golf Hot Shots. Like, those apparently are really big in Japan. Like, they make $2 to $3 million sales, like, per game every time. So I don't know what they were thinking about releasing on Switch 2 new other Hot Shots games. Like, that's the problem there, because people started saying that about, like, where's Sony's Japanese games, like that, like, and they started ending up on Nintendo. And so people caused big stink and said, like, whoa, my gosh, this is ridiculous. How are they stealing Hot Shots from Nintendo? Like, how's Nintendo stealing Hot Shots from PlayStation? It's like, well, PlayStation doesn't, like, nah, you don't understand. Why would I buy a PlayStation now? Like, you've just taken a reason from a Japanese player who would have otherwise had to go to PlayStation to get that experience. Like, that's it. It's about like exclusives are about limiting where the deciding factors are. And if the overwhelming amount of good JRPGs and puzzle and rhythm games and different quirky kind of games are on PlayStation, and now you have me as an example. Now I can't just buy a Switch 2. Now I need to buy a PlayStation 5. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's not you should just buy all the consoles. No, you should buy the consoles that give you the games with the least amount of effort or problematicness as possible. That's all anybody who is a consumer is ever asking for. So for everybody's golf hotshots, I'm glad they're finally like doing more again. Like, I just hope that like they don't. I hope it just keeps up. So let's see. Ninja Gaiden Rage Bound. I'm so happy that we are doing more Ninja Gaidens. I'm so happy that we're in an era of more 2D Ninja games. Like, we have Shinobi. We've got a new Shinobi coming, and we've got a new Ninja Gaiden coming, and we have a new 3D Ninja Gaiden Sigma from the Sigma series coming, and now all we need is a new Strider. All we need now is a new Strider. I need 3D Striders and 2D Striders to be happening. I need 3D Shinobis and 2D Shinobis to always be happening. I need 3D Ninja Gaidens and 2D Ninja Gaidens to always be happening. Like, those 6 games it's like, you can't just, no, I don't want to hear it. All the other Ninja Gaiden games, Strider games, and Shinobi games need to just get bundled, put onto an anthology, put onto a modern game, save states, enhanced graphics, good filters, proper language, no bug, no visual errors. Just put them all on a one disc, on a one-time purchase for depending upon platform, and just leave me alone and just keep making those. And every like decade or so, just anthology the Nether 3. Just keep it going. Those three series never miss, continue to not miss, and I refuse for them to ever miss. And for anybody if the Messenger team what was it? There was another like very chunky ninja game, Cyber Shadow team. You got and Oniken guys, don't even trip. You guys keep doing what you're doing. You make sequels of all of that. Keep all of that coming too. Don't even think that I'm not, because you definitely getting bought too. Definitely, absolute. Kids need to be playing that 2050. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Cairn, Cairn, or as I'm calling it, 3D Celeste. Yeah, okay. Climbing a mountain, having psychological, and you have to cook, keep yourself alive. It's everything about Celeste slowed down into like a more open world idea of like how it would be to climb a mountain. Instead of it being a series of death traps that you are like imagining or hallucinating, you are instead climbing the mountain as we understand it in reality, of one step at a time. Rock that you see that could have been stable for thousands of years is now loose because you are pulling on it, and is pulling, and you picked the wrong one and it fell away. And yeah, it's interesting. I think it might be VR, not sure, but either way, I like quirky games that are trying to do different stuff. Oh, the Mortal Kombat Anthology Collection, the Combat Collection. Okay, that was cool. That's like, I don't understand. How is this bad? How can you have gotten to this point in the show and say like this isn't anything that's for you? Mortal Kombat is suddenly not enjoyed by Westerners, does this feel like a gimme? Does this feel like a throw bone kind of like entry into the major? I guess it would be considered something small time for everybody, because everybody seems to want to be the cutting edge, new guy. Like, I'm the cool new guy, and I know like it's gonna be years before some of y'all get over wanting to be the cool new guy. Oh yeah, and this is another thing. The first fight stick made by PlayStation. Like, I don't understand how you're just getting random like updates about cool tech and stuff in the midst of a show, and those are not good things. Like, I don't get that. What was this again? Oh, Snake Eater Delta. Snake Eater Delta. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, what is it? What is everything that Maximilian Dude does about Resident Evil 4, all of that, but then you put it into Metal Gear Solid Delta, and that's how everyone feels. It's like really? You're just gonna like ho-hum side like, it's Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. What do you want me to say? It's pretty okay. The monkeys, there was monkeys. I'm glad we remembered that Ape Escape is a thing. I'm glad that that Konami remembers that PlayStation used to like play nice, and we're like, hey, the kids seem to really want to talk about Ape Escape again for some reason. Put the Ape Escape stuff back in. It's like, okay. It's like, all right. Oh, and I guess Metal Gear Solid Online is coming back as well, which is cool. And also some sort of like, yeah, like online's coming back and like sort and more. Like, okay, cool. I'm glad. What is this? Oh, Neo 3. Neo 3. I played only Neo 1. Team Ninja. They're doing Ninja Gaiden. That's happening. So, but this does look cool. Looks interesting. Yeah, nothing bad about this. Like, I love samurai games. I love slaying, beat 'em ups. Like, doesn't tell it. Nothing about the Neo series like, if it's got better, that's good. I assume one day they'll probably just remake the series so that the controls of the latest game become the controls of the first game, so that people can want to play that as well. So that's good. So yeah, like, I'm happy that more Neo is coming, and I'm glad that Neo still exists. What else? Thief VR Legacy of Shadow. That looks cool. And I think making a doodad gadget, that's neat. That's a smart way to like get the whole need to see aspect in there. And it's like a time traveling device of some sort, and it has like an AI within it. And now we have a thief lady of some sort with eye from like Enzo Matrix and Reboot. She has something in her, she has a special like augmented right eye. So now it's a cyberpunk at the same time as being like a medieval time thievery story. So she's probably going to be having multiple powers and abilities that give her an edge over people, and people are probably going to be chasing her down to reclaim the artifact that she stole. So I haven't played Dishonored that much, but that seems like a pretty good premise. I don't understand how people didn't enjoy that. Like, you don't want to play your PlayStation VR, guys? Is that what I'm hearing? Tides of Tomorrow, an aquatic cyberpunk adventure where you can decide to do something and end up in a worse fate than somebody else who decided to do something different and survive to see something else. So you control your story and others' story by being an example of what to do and what not. And however you choose to go about it, the story just reacts to you and to everyone else. You can just go to different islands and do different things, and like wherever you see people didn't do something, you do something. It's pretty interesting. Good time travel idea. And there's like even diving. Like, this is Subnautica underwater, basically. This is Subnautica in the future. Astrobot. Like, we have to have a segment of Astrobot. Come on, guys. Sea of Remnants. So you're not a person. You're some sort of android, and I guess people really like these pirate themed games where you get to go from place to different place, and like the world is huge. This game feels like it's trying to at scale play like a Xenoblade Chronicles Cross, if I'm understanding like what's trying to be done here. It's trying not to be too anime, but it's also trying not to be too American. Interesting style. And yeah, like steampunk island adventure game. Like, and people are saying a lot of the time like they miss the 2000s aesthetic of just beaches and battle. Like Final Fantasy X, Sonic the Hedgehog 1, Sonic Adventure 1, just games that Super Mario Sunshine, just games that had beaches and islands in the mix of conversation for no apparent reason besides that the picturesqueness is always a good backdrop. And we had spent so much time in the 90s doing cyberpunk and metal and city blocks and city that we forgot. Like that we grew up learning that we like both, and we like the combination of both. So I feel like this game is like our psychology and our artistic understanding and wants becoming more understood and fermenting into these kinds of like products. Not a bad game, not a bad looking game. Sword of the Sea, from the creators of Journey, Abzu, Pixel Junk, comes a new adventure where a surfer who rides a blade with head of flame of blue across the desert plains and oceans of their world on a magical blade of some sort that has tactical and informational cybernetic core and mystical correspondence towards the world around the surfer. And they just keep surfing. It looks sick. It looks like it's one of those games that's going to be very fun to play, very enjoyable, just like a very chill situation, like Anthropic of like, but maybe they'll probably have a little bit more combat because it is a sword. Haven't really seen it. I think there are some bosses, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, like this is probably like a fun little time. I actually never got a chance to actually play Journey, but I never actually owned Journey. So one of these days, I'm going to probably grab this on PC if it ends up there. But if not, because I think it's going to be on more than one thing, sort of to see. FGO Firebreak. What the heck? Is this not a Western game? Is this not Western enough for people? Is this not brown enough? Is this not scientific experimentation enough? Is this not biohazard enough? Like, what's not happening? And we're getting Deus Ex is coming, Twisted Metal 3 and Twisted Metal 4. These are good things. I don't understand. Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 are coming to PlayStation Plus. Like, I don't get it. What did not appear? And then you get 007 First Light. I don't understand. How is 007 First Light not an interesting game? Is it because it's too subtle in terms of like what it's trying, what the premise of 007s are? Is it because kids don't care about 007 or because kids don't want to be suave anymore? Like what's the reasoning here? What's going on with this? Like, why is this bad? I don't understand. Doesn't make sense to me. This game looks fantastic. This game looks like it's doing everything right. It looks like it's Uncharted. It looks like it's Indiana Jones. It looks like it's Bourne Identity. It looks like it's Bourne Supremacy. It looks like Hitman. It looks like, and it has all the themes of a 007 film, which is what all of those things I just listed took a lot of things from. Like, I don't get it. This is a Western IP that is getting a Western facelift, that is a new adventure that actually looks enthralling. It does all the bombastic things. I saw explosions. I saw cool gadgets. What did not happen in this trailer that would make a person say, man, this is a boring state of play, bro? It's like, what happened in the other ones that was exciting? What are you comparing this to? Who are you comparing this to? Oh, Ghost of Yotei. Yeah, the Ghost of series keeps giving. Everybody wants it. We have a dog. I'm sorry. We have a doggo, a wild doggo, wolf. People wanted to see more of Ghost of Yotei. Apparently not showing any new gameplay of Ghost of Yotei here was a big miss. I don't see how, but like apparently you just need a better mix of like west to east. And I really truly feel that the West they need to be told or shown that they are being catered to for them to like not cause a ruckus and everyone else to be quiet about it. That's what it feels like. Because like they're working on this game. They showed already so much gameplay from before. It's like, what else could they possibly show besides like the game is out and ready for you to buy? Like they're showing you something cinematic because there's like what else, right? Like of course there are gonna be more things, but I'm just saying like at this point in the video, it's 40 minutes, right? 43 minutes, and you're upset. So you feel like you're already cheated out of 40 minutes of time. Nothing like this is the thing that you wanted to see, and you're seeing it, and it's only just a cinematic. I get the frustration there. I don't agree that it's worth being angry about and saying that this was not a good show. That's just me. State of play gameplay deep dive coming in July for Ghosts. Okay. Well, I mean, you're gonna get what you want. Okay, so here's the real actual big thing and big deal that like blew up my timeline. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. So you're telling me, Marvel, that you went to Capcom for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, told them a bunch of stuff that you thought would make your games, as well as your movies, as well as your own characters look better than theirs. You told them to make all of their characters to take dives and look like they were less powerful or cool than yours. And then you go to ArcSys to make another Marvel fighting game, but through their systems instead. And then you play like a Blaze Blue or a Guilty Gear game. You let them give Captain America a sick jacket like he's sole bad guy. You guys are nuts, bro. You guys are crazy. Betrayal. Oh well. They're not Marvel's not beholden to Capcom for make fighting games. I mean, like, if anything, this is actually long overdue, way long overdue. Like this should have probably happened a while ago, kind of thing. Like just to mix things up a little bit, because obviously, like Capcom's got a lot on their plate right now with Street Fighter 6. So and like for all we know, Mai Shiranui and Terry showing up in Street Fighter 6 means that they're already ready for Capcom versus SNK 3. Everybody in the FGC, the fighting game community, was talking about it on Twitter yesterday about like yes, it's time for CVS 3. It's time for CVS 3. It's like why does CVS 3 now only make sense because Marvel went to ArcSys? Why didn't it make sense that when City of Wolves was announced and that there was a new SNK announced, that there was clearly going to be a new Capcom versus? There's been enough time now since the last one. There's so many more characters between it all. If somebody doesn't make, in fact, it's actually better that it's obvious that that's going to happen, because anyone who doesn't make it into any mainline game can always end up in the sideline versus series games. That's the point, right? That's the easy answer. Instead of getting mad that like Street Fighter 6 or SNK, what are we on? 16? Or City of Wolves 2, Garo. Instead of getting mad about people not appearing in those games, instead just petition or speak loudly enough to get your favorite character into one of the versus games. Instead of worrying about not getting into that, get them into the verses. Get Sean. Don't get Sean in Street Fighter 6. Get Sean into CVS 3. You know, don't get Gouken into that. Don't get Gouken in there in Street Fighter 6. Put him in CVS 3. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. Like that would make more sense and would be more beneficial because it won't be stupid to modify old models into new, more modern models and work from that like they used to do with like those kind of crossover mashup games in the first place and just use their systematics into the games interchange. That way, there's less work and like everyone gets what they wanted. They get the classic. They get a new classical kind of like Mugen kind of style of game that's kind of like hobbled together, but it's like it carries. Hopefully, the balancing's a lot better than last time though. But Marvel Tokon looks fantastic. Like, what am I supposed to say about it, guys? In terms of relation, like it looks good. It looks like it's going to be good. Storm's in here. Spider-Man's in here. I did not think they were going to do new and they were going to do Ultimate Ghost Rider. Very cool. Iron Man. Everyone's making hilarious, including me. Tony Samurai Iron Man. Jarvis. Please put my low to +12. Everyone's making Jarvis jokes. It's hilarious. It's fantastic. The memes cannot be any more greasy. Everyone is drawing Storm and Spider-Man in these new costumes and outfits. Everyone's loving it. Spider-Man has bracers on his hands again, just like Sony Spider-Man. So, you know, shout outs to that. But he's also not in his usual Marvel vs. Capcom pose. So it's interesting. It's new and different and interesting all at the same time, although it does look bad for Capcom. But Capcom's got, like I said, Capcom's got way too much on its plate. Capcom could be releasing something huge right now, and like they've got too many things in the kitchen to be worried about. To be like Marvel vs. Capcom 4 will probably have like, and the other thing is that because they called it Infinite and not 4, it's because like that gives them the out to actually make 4 still. So if Tokon does well, and then Marvel goes back and then pays Capcom to do Marvel vs. Capcom 4, then they're gonna like, and it's like if those two games sell well, like then it's just Marvel wins either way, right? Like Marvel wins either way. That's the point. Don't get mad about something else happening with another company. Capcom's good. Arcs was good. Arcsys is good. Like they should be focusing on Blaze Blue versus, they should be focusing on GG versus BB, which is, that was what Daisuke, the creator of the series and Arc Systems the lead director, he said he was going to do a versus series between Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue after their stories were done. And since both of their stories are now done, we're waiting for that versus game, to be perfectly honest. And Cross Tag's battle was almost like that, but it was a fill-in kind of game, I feel. So Arcsys is the choice. Now we have Hunter x Hunter, and this, like, gaming is back. Like, gaming is hot. Got a good fighting game coming to us. Like, yeah. And this was like a big deal. Like, it was huge. So yeah, that's basically it. These are all the games and my quick little spat thoughts. We're probably going to get way more information going into next week for Summer's Games Fest. So if you guys have any questions and comments about any of the stuff we talked about here today, go down to the comment section, let me know, tell me how you feel. If you liked the video, like it. If you didn't, dislike it. Like and comment, favorite, subscribe, and share. And Merry Video Game Christmas, everybody. First day of Merry Video Game Christmas, everybody. Happy Summer Games Fest. Happy State of Play. Happy Nintendo Directs. Happy Xbox Connects. And this has been Daniel Nakaruzu Fortissimo, aka the Omega Jack. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.